Okay, what is the E equals MC squared of making money, being successful? I haven't shot a video in the backyard for a while, so I thought I would. And I'm gonna share with you something that I wish they had taught me in school, especially about how to make money, because nowadays you got people in college debt. They got a degree, but they can't get a job, or if they get a job, it's a job they hate that doesn't make them enough money. So listen to this if you're under financial pressure. Put it to you that way. I'll keep it nice and simple. Do a little walking tour of the house while we talk. So I guess the place to start, number one, is you have to know how to invest your money. You have to know how to invest your time, and you have to know how to invest your money. Those two things are what make people rich. It's what makes people not necessarily a billionaire or a millionaire, but it just makes people financially independent. Knowing how to invest. Invest means one simple thing. You postpone present pleasure. You postpone something now to get something better later. That's what an investor does. What most of the world does is the opposite. The second they make a dollar, they spend it. And they make somebody else rich. And so if you're not careful, you're always making somebody else rich. I promise you that. You know, when you're paying all the people who live in apartments, and there's nothing wrong with living in an apartment, but just remember, the landlord, you're paying for that building for them. When you go eat sushi, you obviously make the restaurant owner rich. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with doing those. I'm just saying you have to understand how the food chain, like in the ocean, you have a food chain. You got a food chain in the economy too. And you have to know where you are. And it's okay to be at the bottom. I started at the bottom. This is Beverly Hills. I didn't start out in Beverly Hills. In fact, I never went to Beverly Hills in my life until 2008, even though I was born in Los Angeles. But I was born in like Long Beach, Compton, not such a nice area. So you can start it, you can be at the bottom of the food chain. Nothing wrong with that. But you should be progressing. And the natural order of things, you can start out at the bottom and you try to rise up. Some people will rise to the very top, quote, quote. And it doesn't mean the top is better. A shark is at the top. Doesn't mean it's better to be a shark than it is a whale or a turtle or whatever, you know, not to misuse the analogy, but you see where I'm going with this. So if you don't invest your money and time correctly, you will always be making other people rich. You will always be out of place. You'll always be 10 years behind. So that's number one thing. I don't know why the jacuzzi looks like a witch's cauldron right now. It's like so like I said, little tour. That was the guest house out over there. Show that. There's the guest house. And then you got the main house here. I use this, I call it my war room. This is the war room right here. Do my business. Don't show them what's on there. No, you can show here. Make my plans, global domination. No, just joking. I can have all the people who work for me, like the executives, show up here. This holds 12 or 14 people. So anyway, back to what I was saying. The number two thing you have to know is the difference between active and passive investing. So you have investing, but then you got to know the difference between the types. And some people only think about passive investing. Some people only do active investing. The wealthiest people in the world do both. Now, the average millionaire has 7 different streams of income. How many do you have? Ask yourself that question. Do you have 1, 2, 3? You have one job? You know, the average person, why do they have 7? Easy, don't put all your eggs in one basket. If the economy changes, things go bad, it can go bad for you real fast if you only have one income source. Most important part of the house right here, the kitchen. Look at this. I don't know, little steak sitting around. I don't know who's gonna eat that. People always ask me, are there still cars in the garage? Yep, still here. Even though some people thought they were rented, they're still here. They're not rented. And there's 2 outside. What's that one song? I got 12 car garage, but only 7 cars or whatever. Is that 21 Savage? I got the opposite problem. Got 6 cars and a 4-car garage. I need that Batman thing. Got the books out here. So the one thing I'll tell you, number 3, is you have to invest in learning how to invest, because school system fails you. I promise you that. So basically what happens These are my two favorite right here, by the way. This is a Rolls Royce Dawn. It's convertible, even though I have the top up. And this is the big boy. This is the 700 horsepower Aventador. Look at that engine. Craftsmanship. And this is another Rolls Royce here. Anyway, the reason I keep books, part of the reason I keep books in my garage is because I ran out of room. But the other reason is because, as I said, the books bring the cars, because the books are an example of me investing in learning how to invest. Every one of those books costs 10 or 20 bucks. So you have 1,000 books in here, that's 20 grand. But it's a good return on my investment. There's $1 million worth of cars sitting in here. So you go, okay, I'm gonna invest, I'm gonna postpone present pleasure, I'm gonna grab myself a book, start learning, or watch a YouTube video, or go to a conference or a seminar. Best thing is to find a mentor if you can do that. That's what I did. I was lucky enough to find 5 millionaire mentors when I was in my 20s. And that allowed me to just basically cut the learning curve very quickly. Got some art here. Check out this new piece of art I got. This one is from a guy, Casey Bow, in Brooklyn. It's kind of cool. People think it's like Bella Hadid or something. It's not. It's a model he had. I got this electronic art, but for some reason, it's like showing Golden State Warriors winning the championship. I got my fish here. What's up, fish? So this is actually the front, but I made this into the Scarface entrance. As you can see up there, I'll show you. You can do your little, you can do your say hello to my little friend. And then this is a Moroccan. This is a door. It's supposed to be like French, African, Moroccan, Algerian. It's got the little door. That's how they used to have on castles. And then you got this door weighs, it's like an 800-pound door at least. And you got the cool skylight up there. Anyway, so the E equals MC squared of making money, as I said, is going with that investor mindset, not just spending everything you have, Number two, and here's the thing. I know that I'm making it sound easy. Making money is easy and hard at the same time, okay? It's simple, but most people won't do it. It's simple, but most people won't do it. It's kind of like exercising. It's simple. You go to the gym, you lift some weights, but most people don't do it. But if you do it, you get rewards. Same with making money. People think, when I was growing up, I thought making money was the hardest thing in the world. It was gonna take, this, that. It was gonna take me a Harvard MBA. I never went to college, but I thought I would have to and spend 70 grand. Harvard now is 200,000 if you want to get a 4-year degree. I was like, this is gonna be the hardest thing in the world. And then I realized, wait, this is simple, but most people don't do it. So that's good news and bad news. If you can get off your butt, not procrastinate, there's a world of opportunities for you. So the number two of the E equals MC squared of making money, as I said, was understanding the difference between active and passive. You've got to have both. Passive investments can be real estate holdings, it can be cryptocurrency, it can be your 401k, stock market. Here's Alex, one of my business partners here working in the office. What's up, Alex? Hey. We got camera. Check this out. This massage chair. Don't forget to invest in your own body. This thing is badass. I'm not gonna do it right now, but it massages your arms, your hand. Have you done this yet, Ben? Yeah, anyway. So back to active and passive investing. Most people only have one active source of income. That's their job, which they hate. So you need at least 3. Millionaires have 7. At least get 3. So quick people ask me, what are the 3 active investments you should do? Well, one's your career, but you already know about that. That's the one thing the school system probably taught you, is how to, get a job. Like you learn how to fill out a resume, some schools. Here's bookshelf I built. It's a little messy right now, more books. I got them everywhere, but you got your career, so I'm not gonna talk on that. So you need one more. I will tell you, in 2016, I built a test group, started letting people in. And I said, I'm gonna show you one strategy to create another source of active income. You can do it part-time, full-time. I was like, if you do it right, it should make you between $1,000 and $10,000 a month. Okay, so I'm not promising people are gonna make $100 million or $10 million. It's just like solid $1,000 to $10,000 a month. And people were like, what are you talking about? So I opened up a test group in 2016. I let like 1,000 people in, or whatever, 2,000 people. And I started training them. Now, some people procrastinated, didn't even start on what I was talking about. Let's go upstairs. You can tell I've been doing a lot of filming. We got sets everywhere. Upstairs I keep for my personal use. There's also a downstairs. There's an elevator, but we don't have to go in the elevator. Show them around the corner there, Sam. A little elevator. All right, so as I was saying, so I took like 2,000-3,000 people. I trained them in this test group. What did I train them to do? Easy. Get small businesses within 25 miles of them to pay. You could do the same thing. Pay you $1,000 to $10,000 a month to manage their social media. 1 to 10 grand a month to manage their social media. And I was like, I wonder if people will follow through and I'll get results. I know I'd gotten results from social media. I've used social media to generate over $50 million in revenue. So I was like, maybe I could show someone how to do $100,000 in revenue.